If you like camping, you like adventure, you like being in the outdoors, definitely come camp in the snow. Oh, there's some snow on the road.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's snowing! Oh, it's getting snowing!
Campers all frozen. Oh, that's all ice. There it is. G'day everyone, Adam and Larissa here, going overland.
Freezing overland.
Freezing cold. We're in Kosciuszko National Park in the middle of winter.
Yeah, we're at Gungahlin River Campground right now.
Yeah, and this week we're going to run through what we've used to keep warm, to keep comfortable, and to keep safe in the camping side of things.
Yep, definitely. Ooh. If you can stay warm, you can stay happy.
Yep. All right, let's get into it. How warm is it in there, Joe?
It's really warm.
What's the sounding temperature gauge?
I got 16.
16 degrees inside there. Okay, so probably the biggest tip that I can give you guys, and the biggest, number one item, I reckon, is the diesel heater.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a game changer.
We bought one online through an Australian website. It was about $300. It's 8 kilowatts, so it's a big system. It's oversized for just the camping trailer alone.
Yeah.
But when we got the annex out, we were heating both areas.
Yeah, I think you've probably seen Adam's previous video on that, but
Had a few problems with it.
Yeah, a couple of hiccups,
but it's been a game changer, and it's more to do with keeping everything dry. Not just warm, but dry.
Yeah,
it dries
definitely.
the air. It's drying all our clothes under the annex.
All the condensation overnight, and it does, even with the diesel heater, we're still getting some of it, but it, cranking it and it's drying that up nicely.
Yeah. So but what you got to watch for is a couple of things. You got to make sure you got enough diesel, which is pretty easy usually. I'm pumping some out of our auxiliary tank into a jerry can and then pouring it into the tank for the heater. But battery power is another thing.
Yeah, that's something I hadn't thought of. I just automatically thought diesel. I didn't realise that we needed battery power to run it too, so that was a bit surprising.
That is so cool. Oh yeah, the solar system's not going to be working very well. Yeah, so while we're up here in Kosciuszko, last couple of days, very cloudy. It's middle of the day right now, and it's just full cloud, drizzle. So it uses a lot of power, and if you've not got that solar, you can struggle, especially at night. So that's another thing you got to watch for. You got to make sure you got enough diesel, enough battery power. Yep. Second item.
Layers. Oh my gosh, layers, definitely.
Yeah, definitely layers.
Definitely, I mean, like, we've probably overpacked clothes. I think we've taken triple the amount that we took on our whole lap, but layers definitely, and good thermal base layers would be what I'd recommend.
Yeah, so
the
right
kids
now
definitely happier with that thermal layer.
Yeah, the kids are wearing 2 pairs of socks. They've got thermals, long sleeve shirts.
Thermals and trackies. Yeah,
and dryzer bones. These are, we don't really wear much in Queensland.
We've had these for about 10 years, I think, and before this trip, I think we'd worn it maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like, because it just doesn't get cold enough.
You get too hot in where we live.
Yeah.
Even in winter you can.
Yeah.
But down here, these dryzer bones are worth their weight in gold, they are.
Yeah,
they're
they keep
fantastic.
me dry, and they're really good.
Yep. Next item, we have, for a backup heater, we have a travel buddy. Runs on little gas bottles. It does emit carbon monoxide.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. So.
We don't run it in the camper. We've run it a little bit under the annex. Especially when the diesel heater was playing up.
Yeah, it's nice if you got the open space. When the kids were really little, when we went on a trip to near the Simpson or out west, we'd put it underneath the table in front of them while they were eating breakfast, and it would just emit enough heat just to keep them a bit warmer.
Keep the legs warm, keep the feet warm, keep them happy.
Still getting air around it as well.
So travel buddy's really handy to have. Not essential, but yeah, it's been good having it just as a backup.
Yep, really good. Okay, other things that you're going to need is definitely a really good quality sleeping bag. So look at the degree rating on it. Make sure you get one that's for less than, I think it's -4 or something, or whatever it was.
Yeah, nice quality sleeping bags. We've actually got 2 different sleeping bags, but they can zip together.
Yeah, that's lucky.
Which is so we can share body warmth, which is fantastic.
And then we've got a sleeping bag liner, which is a really soft one. I don't know what brand it is. We've had it for a while, but that extra layer within us is like an extra membrane of warmth inside the sleeping bag, and then we've got a blanket on top.
One blanket over the top.
Yeah, which is just enough.
And with that diesel heater, most nights I'm just wearing shorts. Larissa's rugged up a bit, but I'm quite comfortable just in shorts with that.
If you were to look at the difference between the way Adam dresses and I dress, like even now I've got a singlet, a thermal, a flannel, a jumper, a vest, and a dryzer bone, and a beanie. Like I feel the cold a lot more, and thermal pants and thermal trackies and 2 pairs of socks. Adam's got his going overland shirt, dryzer bone, jeans
and wet socks. Wet socks.
Wet socks. Well, I wouldn't recommend wet socks.
That's probably another important thing, footwear.
Yeah.
Like these are hiking shoes and they're supposed to be water resistant, but my feet are wet instantly. One's got a little hole in it, but the other side, I don't know why, my feet are constantly wet and cold. Larissa's wearing gumboots right now.
I got these for $4 from Kmart. I think they were at the end of the season. I thought, oh, they'd be good gardening shoes, but they've been perfect. They're really nice, lightweight gumboots. So
yeah, I was wearing gumboots first up, and my feet got wet in those. I think maybe they were sweating. I don't know, because they don't breathe. But my feet have been cold and wet the whole time. So don't know what the answer is. If you guys know what the answer is to that, let us know, because I'd be really interested.
Maybe duct tape your feet before you put. No,
I got another pair of boots, King G boots. I might try them maybe for the rest of the week.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yep. And hot water bottles.
Hot water bottles. You know, having said that, with the diesel heater, we haven't really had to use them.
We haven't used them much, but if the diesel heater doesn't work,
well, yeah,
it's
if we had issues, it'd be a good backup plan. 3 top things I would recommend for your kids, definitely. Beanie, definitely beanie. Definitely good set of gloves, and also these heat cups, like, what are they called? They're like a Yeti, but they're cheap ones, but you can cook hot noodles and put it in and they stay hot for a few hours, and that's been good for a warm lunch for them, because even just a warm lunch can sometimes warm them up a little bit too, so that's been good.
Yeah. And another thing Larissa bought was these hot packs to keep your hands and feet warm.
Yeah, like the little hand warmers. I think they're on special from the chemist for like $1.30 or $1.10 or something like that. And they're air activated, and you can put them in your pocket and hold on to them to warm
We haven't
them up.
used them yet. It was sort of saving them up, but like we'll probably use them tomorrow, I reckon.
Should probably be using them like today and tomorrow, because I feel like this is the coldest day so far.
Yesterday and today, I reckon the coldest, but I think it's more because it's wet and just constantly wet, rainy, drizzle. Another important thing for you guys to think about, especially you campers, is looking at the weather report. A lot of rain, a lot of snow, a lot of moisture. So you can't just put things on the ground. Anything that gets on the ground gets wet. So it's important to have a lot of hanging hooks or boxes that you can put things in, and not just put things on the ground like you normally would. Anything on the ground for a second gets wet. So keep that in mind. It'll really help you out. If you have nowhere to put anything, you'll be frustrated because you're moving things constantly.
I'm just laughing because we're about to talk about the hot water system. We can't convince the kids to come out for a shower today. They're like, no, it's too cold.
Yeah. So another important thing when you're camping is being clean, having showers. I love having a shower every day if I can.
Yeah.
Up here at Kosciuszko, there's plenty of chances to get water out of the creeks. Is it Jindabyne? Jindabyne, the town, there's plenty of water there to get in the parks and stuff. So having a hot shower is really good. So there's a few different setups. We're running the Julka, and we are finding the water in the tanks so cold, almost freezing point, but they're not because we're heating in there. With the water on minimum, the gas on the maximum, it's putting out about 39 degrees, maybe 40 degrees.
Oh, yeah, if you're lucky.
So it's on the bare, you know, it's having a hot shower. 40 degrees is a perfect shower. But if the water was any colder, I suppose if it was colder, it was frozen.
Yeah, it is taking a while to heat it up too. The kids have been very patient in there waiting for the hot water and stuff when it's time for a shower.
So look, another way you can boil water on a fire and pump it through a bucket. Like there's plenty of different ways, but a shower is important.
One really good thing that Adam's got at the moment, and I don't know if he's shown you already, but at the bottom of our trailer is enclosed in with this canvas skirting, and that's protecting our water from freezing a little bit, actually, because we were camped next to a caravan the other day, and their water pipes and plumbing actually froze because underneath was all exposed. So that, you know, that little thing.
So right now, the diesel heater is pumping half the hot air into the tent and half into the annex, and we've changed the draft skirting to be around the outside, so all the water tanks are getting a little bit of warmth. So by morning time, outside is being like -3 some nights. In the tent we've had 14 degrees.
It's been quite comfortable inside until you come out for that.
One night it was 16 degrees in the morning when we got up. And under the annex, maybe 5 or 6 degrees by morning. So when we're eating dinner in there, I'm just wearing a shirt. So at night time it's quite warm. But it's not completely airproof. So cold air is getting in, hot air is escaping. But it's keeping our water tanks from freezing, which is really important. Another thing I did is I also put some insulation on the pipes, mainly for the rear tank, just in case. But so far it's been fine.
So far, yeah.
But if we're ever camping 1 or 2 nights right up here in the mountains without the draft skirting in the annex, I think those that insulation on those pipes are going to be critical. Oh, another thing while I got you there, our shower tent we're using, it's a double one. So basically you're getting dressed inside a dry one, out of the wind, you're having a shower in the other one, the steam's transferring. The Julka double shower tent is fantastic. Pop-up one, not too bad.
Not too bad. Good enough.
I do wish I bought the double Julka for when we're sitting somewhere for a week.
I mean the single one, we've got the single Julka, which is manageable, but once you've been in the double one, because we camped with someone and we use theirs, it's a nice setup. I would have the awning shower tent on the side of the car and a double one, Julka. That would be the ultimate setup. Because it was a bit fresh the first couple of nights when
we're showering in the awning one, because you got no roof and no floor. I did make a little roof up to keep warm. But this is the ultimate setup, having a double one, so you got somewhere dry and warm, because the steam from your hot shower goes in the other one while you're getting dressed. You're nice and warm.
I guess if it was really cold, we could probably put one of the pipes from the diesel heater to
that was the plan. I could run the ducting to it, but you're only getting dressed quickly, and the steam from the shower has been more than enough.
So cold. Come on, water, warm up.
It's warming up. 19, 20, 21, 23. It's warming up. A bit cold in there, is it?
A little bit.
One more thing that we forgot to mention is that when we don't use the Julka for a hot shower, we have a packet of shower wipes in the camper. We've actually got 4 packets for this trip. These ones are from Anaconda. They're pretty nice on your skin, they are. And they're bigger than wet wipes, and the soap's not as harsh. It doesn't feel as harsh on your skin anyway. So yeah, we got wilderness wipes, these ones are called. Cedar Summit, 4 packets. Those really cold nights, kids don't want to have a shower, you might be rolling back into camp late, you know, it's freezing outside. So yeah, when we have to, wet wipes, or shower wipes. Another thing we brought is the camp cube behind us. Ordinarily I wouldn't bring one, but we've never had the
need for a fire pit, like a travel fire pit before, and when we've seen them before, we've kind of gone, oh, well, you don't really need that for where we normally go. But it's been brilliant. It's been really so
handy having it. The weight wise, it's not that much different to us running the camp oven, the cast iron camp oven,
the big
and the hot plate we used to bring. It's pretty much on par with weight. It packs really well because the camp oven actually fits in that. It's got a spun steel one. We were giving this one a try out, and I'm not going to try and sell it to you guys. If you guys don't want to buy it, don't buy it. It's for people who admire good quality engineering, things that last for a long time, and things that are made in Australia. So the only reason why we took this one on, it's all made in Australia. It's Australian steel, Australian company, Australian design, everything's Australian. Even the bags it comes in is from Australia. So, but it's been good because a lot of the times in the national parks, the fire pits aren't where you want them.
It's yeah.
It's either going to be blowing smoke in your face in your camper.
Yeah.
The other night it was too close to the camper to have it going. It would have blown hot embers on the canvas and put holes in it.
Yep.
Right now we've got it downwind from the camper. It's perfect. We can empty that out into the fire pits when we're done.
It's not dropping coals everywhere. I'm really impressed with how compact and how much heat it's still going.
Yeah, we can all sit around it.
I was trying to heat up my socks over it before to warm my feet up, and
we got the billy all boiled up on there. I'm gonna have a hot shower soon.
So hot meals when you're camping. Look, there's nothing better than hot breakfasts and hot meals. So probably the biggest thing to struggle with is keeping them hot when they're ready.
Yeah.
While everyone's coming out to get it. So breakfast, what have we had for breakfast? We've had a combination of we've had bacon and eggs, baked beans. A couple of mornings we've had pancakes, a couple of mornings. Then cereal with the kids. With the kids, the milk's been so cold, I've had to heat up the milk a little bit before to put in the cereal as well. And then porridge. What else?
Hot
today,
meals,
today for breakfast we had spaghetti and bacon on toast.
And then nighttime meals, we're just having like a lot of more spicy meals.
Yeah, it's actually been that's been good, like warming up. So
just having that fire in your belly, just you know, keeps your core warm, and it's been really good having those hot meals.
Yeah,
a bit of spice to them as well.
Yeah, and then try and make enough leftovers for the kids of the less spicy meals.
So that's another important thing I just thought of too. Your gas. So cooking on gas has been great, but cold climates, your gas pressure drops. So you got to make sure your gas bottles are quite full.
Yeah, and some places only do swap and go.
Yeah.
Which is, we're down to one gas bottle now, just because we simply don't want to swap our smaller gas bottle. We're
fine with one gas bottle. That's the way our setup works. If one runs out, we've got two in there. We can just transfer the line between the shower and the stove.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure your gas bottles are filled up, because the pressure drops with the temperature.
Yep.
And if they're quite low already, they'll run out really fast, or you'll get really low pressure to your gas stove.
Yeah.
Anyway, the temperature's dropping. We're going to go warm up by the fire.
Yeah.
It's about 2 o'clock probably now. I don't know. What is the time?
1:45.
It's 1:45, and it's been like this all day. We've got a little bit of sun poking through the cloud, not much. We're freezing. We're probably going to have our hot showers right now. It's only going to get colder.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the next video.
Yep.
Thanks guys, hope you got some tips. Make sure you give us a thumbs up.
You got to get out here, you got to do this. It's an experience, like it's
definitely
being comfortable, and then going skiing and all that's one thing, but being in it and connecting with the environment and feeling this, feeling all the elements. You make yourself comfortable, but this is an experience I'll never forget.
That's right. So you can camp in the snow, easy to get to, be comfortable, be safe, and you can survive. And you know what? It's cold, but you know what? When we get home, we're going to have these fond memories of the fun we had.
Yep.
And you know what? You'll forget about how cold it really was.
Makes you more resilient.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Cheers.